Hi guys, today we would love to review the book that we just finished,
Intermezzo by Sally Rooney.
This is the book that both of us really wanted to read, and one of the reasons why is
Because we live in London and it was advertised everywhere. I remember passing by London Bridge and they had lots of posters of this book. It was always in the front window of every single book shop. You could see lots of people reading it in London. We saw today this book lying on the table in the cafe, so it's everywhere in London.
It's probably one also the reasons why I didn't like it as much, because my expectations were very high, because I expected it to be something mind-blowing. So, Intermezzo was published by Faber & Faber on the 24th of September 2024, partnering more than 40 bookshops in what it called its biggest trade campaign ever. Only in the United States, 140 bookstores hosted release parties for the novel, a scale of promotion typically reserved for young adult blockbuster series. And it's probably the main reason why this book was everywhere. And it doesn't mean that it's such a great book.
Yeah, exactly.
The book was rated 3 out of 5. In my opinion, 3 out of 5 is not that mind-blowing.
No. Definitely no.
So the book represents a departure from Rooney's previous novels in its focus on male protagonists, while she had written male characters before, notably, of course, Connell in Normal People. Probably everyone has already read that book. This was her first time writing about relationships between men. She noted that she had never witnessed a conversation between men in which a woman was not present, which to me was very interesting, because I kind of agree with this. I rarely see very meaningful talks between men.
If you are a man and you're watching us, please let us know if you actually have these deep conversations with anyone in your life. Maybe we are mistaken and you do. But based on this book, because I have to say that if you enjoy this book, you won't like everything they are going to say.
Okay, can I just say, sorry, we also read another very popular book of 2024, if I'm not mistaken, Book and Material. We'll place a picture here. And it showed very similar problem in communication between men, because they don't talk about problems at all. So a central theme in Intermezzo is grief and its effect on family relationships. The novel explores how the death of a father affects two brothers differently, examining the ways grief can divide and unite family members.
I didn't understand relationship with their father. For me, it wasn't enough. I wanted more memories with their dad. I wanted to understand more what was the personality of their father. To me, honestly, it was very superficial. It wasn't deep. No, like at all. I didn't understand at all what was the relationship between Peter and
we understand a little bit, but it was little and, in my opinion, way too late. But also I wanted to say that a lot of topics in this book are very important, even generational differences, age gaps in relationships, grief. But I think that there were too many important topics, but they were not explored in depth.
Yeah, for sure.
Because one other thing that I must say, I didn't understand why Sally Rooney had to mention that their father was an immigrant.
But she mentioned so many different topics, but she didn't go into depth of age gap. Okay, she talked about this, but it was never in depth. Okay.
No, here I disagree. I think most of the book was more about the age gap and way less about other aspects. So I think age gap was actually described enough.
To me, it wasn't enough at all. Then it was about everything and about nothing.
Yeah.
It's a second
Open
thing.
open relationship.
Open relationship,
Throuples.
throuple, same thing. This is a very, very serious conversation. It wasn't discussed at all. Next thing, Sylvia, like her character. I didn't understand.
Do you know that
her
a lot of
character
people
at all.
disliked this character?
Yeah, but I understand why. For us, we couldn't understand her as a person at all. I didn't understand her as a
So
person
to
at
me,
all.
it's actually
It was really like bad. Then next
no.
one.
Can we
Peter.
not jump? Let's finish with Sylvia. So one thing I didn't understand why there were 5 characters, but we have a read point of view of Peter, Ivan, Margaret, but we've never read the point of view of Sylvia or Naomi. I don't know why.
I don't understand why.
And I read in the comments, some people say it's because it's more important to see it from the version of Peter, but then she should have written only from perspective of Ivan and Peter, because Margaret is.
Agree.
So to finish with Sylvia, few things that we know about her. She is super smart.
Mm-hmm.
She has this huge drama in her life. She goes through a lot of pain because there was an accident and she is hurting. But like it seems like we are supposed to love her and we are supposed to be very sorry because of that, and because she seems to be a super nice also person. But I just find it not relatable and not true, not credible at all, because she goes through this huge drama and we find out that she kind of blames Peter as well. No,
I didn't see it that way.
but in their dialogue, they say that yes, she admits to punishing Peter, but then for some reason she really likes Naomi.
This is like this part was horrible. Like it's so not credible. Can you imagine in real life? This is a man, the love of your life. You can't build family with him. You can't have children with him. You love him, but
you sacrifice yourself and you let him go.
But he has a new girlfriend and you like her. You like everything about her. You even feel bad for her.
You even ask every time, how is Naomi?
She? Oh my God, I feel so bad. Say hi to her. She's so nice. And when they see each other for the first time, of course, they laugh together. Best friends, besties.
And also we need to explain better why we don't think it's credible. They have age difference.
Sylvia is extremely smart. She has career. She has career.
And Naomi is like
values.
this.
And Naomi is like basically
her job.
They even say that she could be a sex worker. She sells pictures of herself for money.
She's also Peter's drug dealer.
She's Peter's drug dealer, which she never does anything because he says that, oh, probably I will come home, and she's just repainting her nails. She doesn't even wash. She's messy. She doesn't even wash dishes. She never does laundry. She never does anything. Can you imagine a person never does anything? She's just lying there, or she takes a bath, or she's just lying on the sofa.
So,
but Sylvia likes her.
We think that she and Peter have nothing in common except of sex, but there is no way you can say that you're in love with someone.
Is like he's abusing her.
But there is no way they are in love only because they have good sex. What they showed that Peter and Sylvia have very good relationship because they have deep conversations, they talk, blah blah blah. But then with Naomi, they have zero in common. They don't talk about anything. Their only conversations are when Naomi tells him that she needs money and you can do everything with me.
And he's in love with her mouth, and oh my God, suddenly he's in love with her. So guys, this is already a very long video. This is going to be part 1. So stay tuned for part 2. Bye.